The film begins with Laird, played by James Franco, enthusiastically accepting his girlfriend Stephanie's invitation for a Netflix and chill session during a video chat. However, his excitement leads to an embarrassing moment when he inadvertently exposes himself while showing off his Netflix options. Meanwhile, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Stephanie's younger brother Scotty organizes a virtual birthday celebration for their dad, Ned. Chaos erupts when Laird's inappropriate behavior is broadcasted to Ned, their family, and co-workers gathered at Appleby, resulting in a humorous frenzy as they try to handle the situation during the birthday festivity. Ned, the CEO of a struggling printing company, confides in his co-worker, Lou Dunn, about the awkward situation involving Laird, Stephanie's newfound boyfriend. Despite the company's financial woes, Ned finds himself grappling with the unexpected news that Stephanie wants the family to meet Laird, whom they've never even heard of until now. This revelation adds another layer of complexity to Ned's already challenging circumstances. On December 22nd, Ned and his family arrive in San Jose, where they reunite with Stephanie at the airport. Stephanie then drives them to Laird's mansion, which impresses them with its sheer size. Stephanie explains to Ned that Laird is the CEO of a video game company, indicating his immense wealth. Upon arrival, they are greeted by the eccentric Laird, who enthusiastically welcomes them as the motherfucking Fleming. They also meet Gustav, Laird's level-headed right-hand man. During the tour of the mansion, Laird's eccentricities are on full display. He excessively compliments Barb's appearance in front of Ned and shows off a tattoo he got of the Flemings' Christmas card. The mansion boasts unique features, like a moose tank filled with urine and a basement bowling alley, adorned with a mural of Ned striking a crotch chop pose. Ned expresses his concerns about Laird's behavior to Stephanie, who anticipated the conversation. She pleads with Ned to give Laird a chance. During dinner, Laird begins recounting explicit details of his intimate moments with Stephanie, making her parents uneasy. Stephanie confronts him about his inappropriate behavior, prompting Laird to promise to improve for her sake. Later that night, Laird visits Ned and Barb in their bedroom to apologize for making them uncomfortable. He introduces them to his personal voice-controlled system named Justine, similar to Siri, designed to cater to Laird and his guests' needs. The following morning, Ned attempts to use the bathroom, only to discover that Laird has designated his home as a paper-free zone, leaving Ned to navigate an automated toilet for cleanliness. Gustav intervenes to assist Ned, but the situation only becomes more complicated. Laird then invites Ned for a walk in the woods surrounding his mansion. Once there, Laird leads Ned to a teepee where he asks for Ned's blessing to propose to Stephanie. Ned swiftly declines, shocking Laird, who had been confident of receiving a positive response. Despite Ned's refusal, Laird vows to win him over and requests that Ned keep their conversation a secret from everyone, including Barb and Scotty. Subsequently, Laird forms a bond with Scotty as they engage in testing out Laird's latest video games and discussing business matters, as Ned has been preparing Scotty to eventually take over his own business. The next evening, Laird hosts a Christmas Eve party for the Fleming, inviting his entrepreneur friends along with Ned's rival. During the event, Ned encounters a pair of siblings who run a company competing with his own. In conversation, Ned unknowingly uses the term bouquet after hearing Laird use it to express feeling overwhelmed, only to be corrected by others who explain its explicit meaning of jizz in your face. Meanwhile, Barb has an encounter with someone using a vape pen, causing her to become noticeably intoxicated. Later on, she attempts to initiate romantic advances towards Ned, but he declines her advance. The other day, Laird and Ned went to buy a Christmas tree together. Laird was particularly thrilled as it was his first time doing this with his father figure, Ned. The outing also served as an opportunity for Laird to bond with Ned, as Stephanie holds Ned in high regard as a father figure. Despite initial reluctance, Ned eventually agreed to help Laird, and they decided to take the Christmas tree from the front of Laird's competitor's office. Impressively, Laird had prepared songs from Kiss, Ned's favorite rock band, which further endeared him to Ned. During the car ride, Ned broached the topic of Laird's planned marriage proposal, expressing concerns about the timing, given Stephanie's final semester. Ned initially prioritized his daughter finishing her studies. However, he was taken aback when he learned that Stephanie intended to quit her study to oversee a charity foundation proposed by Laird. focusing on women's welfare, Stephanie as the director. This news came as a shock to Ned, prompting him to call a family meeting to discuss the matter with Stephanie. Ned was surprised to discover that Barb was already aware of Stephanie's plan, and they had been waiting for the right time to inform him. After the Christmas break, Ned couldn't help but feel regretful that Stephanie didn't complete her college education, with only a few courses remaining. Despite his concerns, Stephanie defended her decision, stating that her studies and the Foundation shared a common mission. Ned's dismay grew when Barb and Scotty supported Stephanie's decision, leading him to view Laird as a negative influence on his family. As Stephanie's decision to drop out of college becomes a topic of concern, Ned's worries escalate, leading him to speculate about Stephanie's potential involvement with heroin and other issues. Frustrated by the lack of progress in the conversation, Stephanie decides to leave, prompting Ned to distract himself by playing bowling. Suddenly struck by an idea, Ned calls upon Kevin, an IT expert in his office, to help him gather information from Laird's computer to prevent Stephanie from leaving college. Dingle attempts to access Laird's personal files but triggers an anti-hacking program, causing his system to crash. Undeterred, Dingle suggests that Ned tries to crack into Laird's computer manually. Expecting a crude password like Stephanie's boobs, Ned is surprised to find a note with the password Stephanie's dude, which he finds rather endearing. However, before Ned can delve further, Laird and Stephanie interrupt him in the office, discussing Laird's recent behavior. Laird apologizes and tries to initiate intimacy with Stephanie, who instead opts for a different form of affection. Ned, forced to eavesdrop from under Laird's desk, overhears their intimate encounter in Laird's living room. Ned seizes the moment to reveal to everyone that Laird is facing financial troubles due to his company's struggle. However, Laird surprises everyone by announcing that he has bought Ned's company to clear his debts, intending it as a generous gesture. Instead of being grateful, Ned reacts impulsively and punches Laird in the face, sparking a childish brawl between them. Amidst the chaos, Laird retreats to the top of the moose tank, which shatters beneath him, causing him to fall in. Scotty rushes to help him, but the tank collapses completely, drenching the room in moose urine. In the midst of the mayhem, Stephanie and Barb are appalled by the men's behavior, leading the family to leave Laird's home. Ned, Barb, and Scotty return to Michigan, leaving behind the chaotic scene. Upon his return to work, Ned discovers that his employees are rejoicing over Laird's acquisition of the company, relieved that their jobs are secure. As a gesture of appreciation, they present Ned with an iPad, adorned with a wallpaper featuring him and Laird from the bowling alley. This gesture leaves Ned feeling conflicted and guilty about his earlier confrontation with Laird. On Christmas Day, the Flemings gather for celebrations without Stephanie, who remains upset with both Ned and Laird for their previous behavior. They're taken aback when Laird's helicopter lands in the middle of the street, as he surprises everyone by bringing Stephanie home for Christmas. Despite her initial reluctance, Stephanie enters the house. Meanwhile, Ned and Laird have a heart-to-heart conversation. Laird expresses his desire to propose to Stephanie, but insists on obtaining Ned's official blessing first. Laird reveals plans for a grand proposal involving doves and a special surprise, but Ned advises against it, noting Stephanie's preference for simplicity and her love for Laird as he is. Eventually, Ned grants his blessing. Understanding Laird's sincerity, inside, Ned attempts to convey to Stephanie that Laird wants to speak with her, intending to cancel the elaborate surprises. However, Gustav misinterprets the message and proceeds with the planned surprises. He releases the doves and welcomes Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of Kiss to perform I Was Made for Lovin'. Laird directs the musicians to enter the Fleming house while he prepares to propose to Stephanie, hoping for a happy resolution amidst the unexpected extravagance. Shortly after, Laird and Stephanie enter the house together. Laird informs Ned that Stephanie has declined the proposal, explaining that she's not yet ready for marriage. However, she expresses her desire to continue their relationship and keep dating Laird. Later in the party, Ned and Scotty approach Laird with a new business proposition, given their shared affiliation under the same company. Scotty suggests capitalizing on the lucrative market for the high-tech toilets featured in Laird's home. Intrigued by the idea, Laird enthusiastically agrees. As the music plays and the couples dance together, Ned affectionately refers to Laird as son, symbolizing their newfound camaraderie, mutual respect within their blended family dynamic.